Hello and welcome to Flesh is Willing. This is a channel and a newsletter that tries to bring everything together to do with nutrition, health, good eating, exercise, longevity, all those sort of things that come together that help us as we age to be in our best optimum health that we possibly can. Now, first of all, I want to share with you this product that I've been put together where basically I use a spreadsheet. Basically, I use Airtable. And this is basically something I use for myself personally. And as I was developing this, I was thinking, this is the sort of thing that people could really benefit from. Now, I like to compile all my information into one spreadsheet, so I got it all to hand and I can mess around with it. I can look at the numbers. I can basically sort of see if there's anything where I'm lacking or where I should improve, all this type of stuff. And you can get this tracker, I call it a health tracker. But first of all, I'm going to go through how I use it or how you could potentially use it. Now, the first part is health tests. Now, basically, I've based this on a few different sources. I recently read Peter Attia's book, Longevity, and he started talking about all these sort of various blood tests you can do. And I went out and I dug around a lot more. And I basically came across a test that we have here in the UK that covers a lot of what Peter Attia talks about in his book. So, for example, a test that looks the IBA1C, for example, which he talks about in his book, LDL cholesterol, all this type of stuff. And basically, I went out and I went for this test. And it's basically called, if you want to look it up, it's called the Everyman test in the UK, and it covers all these. And it worked out to about sort of £300 British pounds. And I came together and I basically put all of my results and all the tests into this spreadsheet. Now, these are not my actual results here. I basically put those in as an example for you guys for when you look at this. But basically, if I go through here, so for example, let's look at this one that's actually got some sort of testing results here. Maybe you want to look at this one, LH. Okay, and we look at this. And we can open it up, we can sort of see LH, and we can say, is it included in the Everyman test? Now, you may have a different test, and what you can do, you can edit this, you can take out the Everyman, and you can put in your own test. Does Peter Attia talk about this? Yes, he does. What sort of categories does it come under? Male hormone, sexual hormone, and his sort of material that I found, optimum range according to Peter Attia. Roughly, what is it? And you can look at sort of some test results, could be here, for example, and is that a good result? And the range might be no. Is it recommended? No. So what we can see straight away is that once we fill out all this, we can basically work out if there's anything lacking, if there's anything that needs to have sort of any improvement on. As I say, you can edit this to your own, to whatever you want to do. You might have a set of tests that you do yourself that you want to put in here. Maybe there's more tests that you do, for example, you can put it in here. It's basically just a one-stop way of looking at all of your health results. Now, what you can do, if you've never used Airtable before, which I'll talk about a little bit later, you can sort of hide some of this. So, for example, if you don't have the Everyman, you can hide that, or you can just delete it even. And there's various ways that you can filter out these. So as you can see, I've hid that, so you can hide that. You can hide that if you want. You have all these other ways that you can sort of group. You may want to group it in a totally different way, just by the name, for example, or what Peter Attia says about. There's ways of sorting it as well. A to Z, first to last, etc. Okay, so that's the health results, and again, it's very, very customizable. You can do whatever you want to it. Now, supplements. This all comes from a little bit of research that I've been doing, and again, very customizable. I'm just going to hide this for now, but let's say you look under vitamins. You want to have a look at basically what sort of vitamins you've got, what they do, their optimum range. Now this, I should say that this whole sheet is a work in progress, but let's say, for example, let's look at vitamin A. We can open that. We can see the RDA for men, upper limit. I have some notes about vitamin A, what type it is. It's a vitamin. As you can see, I've also got minerals, etc., herbs. We look at stacks. It's a functional stack, and we have various other stacks here that we can sort of use if we choose to use that. We can look at target areas. So vitamin A will target general health, skin, joints, lows of risk of cancer, eyes, bones, etc. Sources. Where do you find vitamin A if you choose not to have it in a supplement? Okay, we'll look at that in a second as well. And goes a bit more about sources. Okay, so we can see quite a lot about it. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to have a link in here to where you can buy the supplements, and if you choose to follow that link, that will help me and the channel and the newsletter. I'll get some sort of commission from that, so thank you very much if you do. If you don't choose that, that's absolutely fine, of course. The other thing is I plan to make videos on all the information that you see here. So eventually, in an ideal world, this whole sheet will be filled up full of videos that you can just click on. So you want to find out about vitamin A, click on it, you'll find out more about vitamin A. So as you can see, there we go, we have all the supplements here. Now one of the great things you could do here, for example, is you could filter it again. So if you just wanted to look at target areas, for example, if you click on the target areas, has any to do with, and let's say you really wanted to look at testosterone, you could click on that and it would just come up all the things that, according to the spreadsheet, really target testosterone. So you could look through this information and find out what sort of things you wanted to do to target testosterone. So that can be really, really helpful. And the other thing I'm going to do, as I go through this and fill out this even more, I'm going to put in the foods. So you can see, for example, eggs cover a lot of bases. So you may want to think to yourself, if you're okay with eating eggs, you may think to yourself, okay, you know, there's some evidence here that I can target all these areas. I'm going to make sure that I include a percentage of eggs in my daily diet to really target these areas. So that can be very helpful as well. So there you go, there is the spreadsheet. You can take this, you can edit it, you can change it, you can do whatever you want to, it's customizable. And if you want to do that, I should say a little bit more, very quickly, about Airtable. Airtable is free. Okay, so you can have it in your Airtable account, you can have it free. I'm going to put nothing in here that you'd have to pay for at all, literally. So this is 100% free, 100% free to use, and it should be 100% lifetime to use as well. I'll say the only way that if you wanted to give me a little bit of a nod, you just follow the various links here if that's helpful. Okay, as I say, this is a work in progress. So what you see here will be, make sure I don't override anything. What you see here is going to be different to probably what you'll get your hands on. It should be a lot fuller, a lot more detail. So thank you very much. Please sign up for this, sign up for the newsletter if you want, like, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, it all really helps. Thank you for watching.